Good day, traders. This is Dennis Wilborn, founder of Active Trend Trading, with our tech tip for today, which is trade Tesla to buy a new Lexus, or a study in compounding. I want to remind everybody that all the materials we present are for training purposes only. Traders should always paper trade any new method prior to the risk of their own personal capital. Past performance is not an indication or promise for future performance. So beginning of the year, it's the 4th of January today. My wife comes to me and says she wants to get a new car by the end of the year. And so I go, okay, honey, let's see what we can do about that. Then she comes with the rest of her idea. She goes, why don't you trade Tesla stock so she can buy a new Lexus? I go, so trade Tesla for Lexus. Okay, that's interesting. Well, but the idea continued to intrigue me, and I was saying, oh, I wonder how I could do that. So I checked out, the list price on a new NX300H is $38,500. So how much trading capital should I allocate to this endeavor to make it both doable and challengeable? Well, first, I have to determine whether it's doable or not. So can I buy a new Lexus NX300H with only $5,000? At first, you may look at it and say, no way, right? No way that we can do that, where we can basically take $5,000 and turn it into $38,500 by the end of the year. But let's see, let's take a look at this. Because, one, I'm an optimist. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. So moving on. So how do we tackle any big challenge? Well, the old adage is, like we would eat an elephant. So how do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Cute elephant, huh? Anyway, so how do I cut up a $38,500 elephant? First, I look at timing, okay? How long do I have to achieve this trading goal? Well, 12 months. So if how big are the bites? Do I want big bites, small bites? But let's start with 12 bites. So in a 12-month period, I would basically need to generate $3,208 per month on the $5,000 I've allocated to achieve this goal. Well, that seems a little bit, daunting of a challenge. So what about smaller bites? Well, what's the next thing I can break it down into? I can break it down into, quarters, or I could let's break it down into weeks. On a weekly basis, we have 52 trading weeks in the year, 38,500. That says that I need to generate somewhere about $740 per week. Trading Tesla each week for $740 means I need to gain 14.8% on my original $5,000 every week. Again, could be a big challenge. Is there another approach? Because 14%, even if we're trading options, that could get kind of challenging. So I said, okay, what are some of the other options here? Well, initially I had to recognize there's a problem with my math. I failed to consider the compounding effect. So, taking compounding considerations, the weekly dollar amount needed shrinks dramatically. In fact, rather than needing 14% per week, I only need 4.35% on my revised weekly capital to achieve my objective of generating $38,500 for that new Lexus. So let's check out this spreadsheet that I put together real quick to see how that, how does this work? Well, first of all, I identified up here, how much is my starting capital? $5,000. And I went down into the lower level here and I said, okay, how much do I need to generate on a weekly basis, right here in this area here, to come up at the end of the year, at the end of 52 weeks, I needed to have somewhere around $43,000, $43,800, because when I take out the $38,000, that leaves me with my $5,000 left. And so as you see, boom, there we go. That equates to only 4.35% is what I need to generate on my $5,000 each week. Now, even if I'm looking at, doing options with this, which I am going to be looking at doing an option trades with this, generating $217, at the first week seems a lot more doable. 226, but as you see, it compounds. I added into how much, what I've already had, and then I trade that whole amount to generate this amount, and that's how that compounding grows throughout the year until I reach my objective at the end of the year. So basically, that makes it look a lot more doable, and therefore we're going to proceed from there. One of the things, so let's just do a real quick review. Here's the spreadsheet I'll be keeping throughout the year, so that this part up here will be the actuals. And so if I can do better than the 4.35% each week, that's great. However, there will be weeks when we take a hit and all this kind of stuff, and so I want to control those losses. So can I buy a new Lexus for $5,000? Initially I said no way, right? But that's wrong. Yes, if I'm diligent and disciplined and use the compounding effect, I can achieve this objective. Compounding at 4.35 each week will enable me to earn enough for Michelle's Tesla. No, not Tesla. Oh, wow, that's a big mistake. Her Lexus let's look at that again. For her Lexus by the end of the year. So the next challenge for me, of course, is execution. But if you want to track our progress, hey, you can track it at activetrenddtrading.com. And remember, we're going to just have some fun with this. And also for premium members, I'll be, when I'm trading this as a part of our strategy too, I'll be sending out those alerts to you guys to let you know what we're doing. So just remember that. Thanks a lot for joining us for this real quick tech tip. And remember, at Active Trend Trading, we always seek to clarify, simplify, so that we can all multiply our accounts. Good day. God bless, everybody.
Hi, traders. This is Dennis. Just a reminder, the end of year special ends on January 7th. Don't miss this wonderful opportunity, 40% off the regular premium membership. Act now. Aloha. God bless.